to be who I am. And I'm not scared to be me.
Well,
and that's what...
You're doing a very good job of it. I was always curious, how you came up with that name? I mean, the reason why I said that, I got a couple people, I got 3 different apps open because I run 7 computers to do this show. And I have 3 apps right now, one on TuneIn and a whole bunch of different with Speaker, I think, and one other one. And people are asking me questions, and they said, how did she come up with that name? And now we know, hey, our time is virtually gone. So, what days again what days do you do your Facebook Live?
I do my Green Eggs and Ham show Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I have a midnight show Eastern Standard Time, and that's my spooky paranormal stories also.
Now, do you do the spooky one like only one day a week, or is that every night of the week, or what?
That's both shows are Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Wow, that keeps you, I bet, really busy, doesn't it?
Yes, it keeps me busy, and it keeps me healthy. As far as I'm concerned, I was born sickly, so it keeps me healthy. It keeps me going, and I just love doing it.
Well, great. Like I said, I've tuned in. I kind of watch. My problem doing a talk show, I always try to learn, from other people, what's going on in the field of paranormal. So I'm always, investigating other shows, reading books, everything. And, I've caught you a few times on, Facebook. And, I unfortunately, a lot of times I only have a few minutes to look at it. But, hey, you're doing.
I caught you watching.
Yeah, you're doing a good job, and and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And people out there, hey, tune into it. If you're into Facebook, tune into it. I don't know. I hate to say it. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I was talking last night to James about Facebook. It started like in February. They want you to basically pay to promote yourself now if you're
right.
Doing stuff like that. And it's really strange because I had a friend, or have a friend who does a biker radio show, which he has like 100,000 plus listeners. And, it's a 24/7, music talk type of, internet radio station. And he was getting a lot of his listeners because of Facebook. And then, all of a sudden he started posting that, hey, my listenership's going down. Then he realized, when he used to share, if you had like 1,000 friends, 1,000 friends would see it. If you had 4,000 or 5,000 friends, you'd post it. They'd all see it. Then they started coming back a few months ago. Only a small percentage of people, you could have 5,000 friends and you post something. Not all 5,000 see your post anymore. And then Facebook got to this thing where, they started wanting money. Like even with my show on Facebook, for my radio show, when I promote it, hey, if you want 100 to 137 people, it's going to cost you this amount of money. If you want 5,000 to 10,000 people, it's going to cost you a lot of money. If you want more than that, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And, for a small person doing like something, out of their house, doing a, internet, what do you call it? Facebook Live type of thing, to get a huge listenership, they're making it hard if somebody now just starting out today, for example, where you build up a listenership. But for new people, if they started going Facebook Live tonight, they're not going to get the 1,500 or 2,000 views. I mean, back 10 months ago with my show, we did a little Facebook Live for the first 10 minutes of my radio show. We had like 5,000 people. And then all of a sudden, the Facebook did that change around February. And then we did another Facebook Live. And all of a sudden, we had like about 30, 40 people. Big drop. And,
Right. We went from 350, like, every live, every day, down to like 90. And, of course, now I know what I can share and post and to other groups and stuff like that. And that helps out a lot.
Yeah, but you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that sharing, because I got in Facebook jail twice because I went to like 4 different groups and post my, from my show. And all of a sudden, I got on Facebook, I got Facebook jail for like 10 days or whatever it was. And then the second...
I got on restriction this whole week, and I was like, what did I do?
Yeah, well, the last one, I even tried fighting it, which didn't do any good. I post because I got because the network, my show, one of my hosts for one of the other shows I had at the time, I went and promoted on my Facebook personal one, the network one, the radio one, his one, and one other one. I have a motorcycle group page which has around 2,000 people. So I just promoted my show on all my own pages, right? Guess what? Slap on the wrist, 2 weeks, banned from promoting, but or sharing. I couldn't.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it didn't stop them from sending me little notices. Well, you can do it and boost it for this amount of money.
Right.
So those 2 weeks, I paid money just to keep building up the listenership. And, that made me lose respect because I think Facebook's going to actually one of these days, and if the rate they're going with more advertising and the way everything's going, I hate to say it, they're going to go the same place, MySpace went.
Exactly. And that's what I said. Now you have Infinity SN, and I honestly don't know how to work that thing. You have to have, your friends email you and vice versa. And I'm like, this is going to be a little bit more complicated, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Well, our time is up. Everybody, you need to get on and listen to her and view her, her show. Again, it's called what now?
Green Eggs and Ham.
Okay. Well, hey, Nicole, it's been really great having you on our show.
Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate it. I was looking forward to this for a long time. I appreciate it so much.
Okay. Well, you take care, and better yet, you have a great weekend.
You too.
Okay, kid. Take care.
Mm-hmm. You too. Bye.
Well, anyway, getting back to, this asteroid, or meteor, I should say, that hit near the U.S. military base over at Greenland last month. Why does it take the news media seriously and the government 30 days to get it to the American public? Something like that is major. Could you imagine if some reason, now in this case, I guess they were warned that a meteor was going to hit near the base, or on the base, actually. I think they had less than a day's warning. But in a situation where, sometimes they don't even see it. Could you imagine what would happen if they didn't know that that was a meteor and wasn't warned about it ahead of time, and all of a sudden a meteor hit at or near a military base like that? The first thing it'd be is they would figure, we're being first attacked. We're being attacked, and maybe we would retaliate over a meteor or an asteroid hitting Earth. And we need, seriously, to really improve our grid, because simply if we have a major flare, it could take out our power system. We don't build our power transformers anymore. So if a major flare hit, you're looking years to get the grid back up. And how many people are going to die, without the electrical grid system being up? I read reports that a lot of the population would start simply dying after about 3 months, just simply because there won't be enough food, there won't be medical capabilities, which we have now. That is so scary, and it wouldn't cost that much to go through and protect us, our grid system. Again, too, even with the Russian hackers lately, they're really concentrating on getting into power stations and seeing if they can control it. I don't know why, but if anything went down, I guess maybe that's one way to shut down a country, is to shut off their grid. What would happen if our grid went down tonight and it didn't come back up for a long period of time? Think about that. And then again, we need to spend the money. Why worry about, come on, melting ice caps on Mars to create lakes and rivers and stuff? Especially, we know that the atmosphere, if they did that, it evaporate. It'd be gone off the planet really fast. So, come on. We why are we spending money for research on stuff like that? We need to invest the money in our own country, our own people, and stop playing games with us. You know, I will say this before I sign off. All you guys right now that are holding a job down, you're getting this a little bonus on your paycheck, anywhere from a few bucks each paycheck to, well, maybe $100 and some extra that you normally don't get. Well, I was just reading the other day, the Treasury and the IRS are kind of a little bit nervous at this point because they know next tax season, a big hunk of you guys out there that have been getting this extra money and buying things and, you know, putting food on the table for the family and paying your bills with it are going to owe money to the IRS. And you don't want to owe money to the IRS. I hate to say it. You know, the money compounds daily when you owe it and all this stuff. It's scary. And I don't understand, you know, why they would give people a so-called more money on save on their taxes. They want, I guess what it comes down to, they want you, me, and everybody to feel good and spend more money now to help, you know, keep the economy going. That's what it really comes down to. But, you know, it catches up to you. Like this coming April, it's going to catch up with all of us. I know for a fact I'm going to owe money. And I know a lot of people are going to owe money. And it's going to be hard to pay it because, oh, wow, you know, it's just a situation. But yet, the Congress and the Senate right now are going to make the tax break for the wealthy permanent instead of temporary. They got a bill right now. They're going to convert it to permanent tax break for the rich. And guess who gets to pay for it? Yes, the poor and the middle-class people. If there is such thing as a middle-class person anymore, I really don't know. I'm really starting to wonder. Yeah, and employment is way up. If you want to work at McDonald's for anywhere from $10 to $14, depending on where you live in this country, I mean, let's face it, our major jobs are offshore nowadays. You know, we haven't made a TV in this country in, 30 years? Curtis Matthews was the last TV manufacturer in this country that made TVs. Everything is made in China or Taiwan or wherever they can make it, you know, cheap. You know, your iron that you iron your clothes, your toaster, it's not made in this country anymore. It's all made probably in China. Where have all those jobs gone to? Well, I hate to say it, it's gone to those countries. So what's that leave us? It leaves us tech jobs. It leaves us jobs like being a mechanic, an airline pilot, a taxi cab driver, a dishwasher, and working at McDonald's, working in the theater. That type of jobs, you know, the jobs where my father and his father and all that stuff done is not made in this country anymore. You know, just think about all those radios, RCA and General Electric radios and TVs and all that stuff were made here. No longer, you know, a lot of the cars, you know, even if the ones that are supposedly made in America, where are they assembled at? Mexico. So, you know, it just really pulls my hair out how we let ourselves get in this situation. Anyway, we're going to be back. I'll be back on Monday. On Saturday, Michael W. Hall from 7 to 10 p.m. He's the paranormal lawyer. He has a person that can look at your hand and basically tell you about your life. So that'll be between 7 and 10. Make sure you listen to Michael W. Hall, the paranormal lawyer. Yes, he is a licensed with the bar attorney in the state of Washington, and boy, is he into the paranormal big time. He also runs a group. It's called the UFOI Team. They're on our network now on Wednesdays from 6 to 8 o'clock. We're trying to get a little bit of bugs out where they broadcast from because we had some major drops last week. Hopefully this coming Wednesday, that'll be taken care of. But they are a unique group. They're out there trying to prove that UFOs exist. They're trying to get, you know, video proof, witness proof, all this stuff just to, you know, prove to all the rest of the people in this country UFOs do exist. Well, with that in mind, everybody, you have a great weekend. Stay out of trouble. I know I am. I'm going to be working in my studio tomorrow. putting in some more new gear. And guess what? On Sunday, I'm going to get on my motorcycle. I'm going to go for a ride.